This is professional wrestler Chris Rex, and you're listening to the Playmakers Blog Podcast, my only destination for sports talk radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another week, another day of talking hoops. This is Hoops Talk with the Playmaker Darnell Sellers. I am happy to bring you another episode of this. If you're listening on iTunes and Apple Podcasts, when you get done listening to this podcast, leave a review, drop a rating on the podcast. I greatly appreciate it, and I thank you guys for being loyal listeners to the podcast and everything we're doing here at the Playmakers Blog. We have so much going on this month. This is one of the many things you're going to hear from me in this month, because I got another podcast debuting tomorrow, Rambly Talk, for all my LA Rams fans. I'll be talking about y'all tomorrow, so y'all stay tuned for that. But today, we talking hoops, talking NBA. We are closing down to the seeding games, and we getting ready to have the playoffs happen. The playoffs begin on this coming Monday, August 17th. We don't know what matches is going to happen, but before we get to that, this weekend coming up, there will be a playing game in the Western Conference. We already know that. So, there's a lot to get into today. Got to go over some of the games that we saw, some of what's going on, update seedings and standings, all that stuff, and look forward to the rest of the last little bit of the seeding games before we get to the play-in and the playoffs. So with that being said, I might do a special seat play-in quick preview. I might do that. I'm gonna think on it though. But without further ado, let us dive in and let's talk some hoops. Last time I left y'all, we went over what happened in the first good week of the restart. I gave you some of my picks from Thursday and Friday, and we down to here on Wednesday day. So what happened the last time I left y'all? So last time we left off, I told y'all Washington was done. It wasn't officially done, but it was done, and it happened. I told y'all Sacramento was done. It wasn't official, but they're done. I told y'all New Orleans might be done. It wasn't official, but they're done. Washington's done, Sacramento's done, and New Orleans is done. Which means Zion Williamson is pretty much done for the rest of this season until the new season begins. We don't know when that one's going to be. Most likely in December at some point in time. So those three teams are done. The East is officially set for playoff spots, but not matchup-wise. But I believe, as I sit here today, right now with you guys, that the East playoff is set. It's set. It will be the Milwaukee Bucks against my Orlando Magic. It will be the Toronto Raptors against the Brooklyn Nets. It will be the Boston Celtics against the Philadelphia 76ers. And it will be Miami versus Indiana. To me, those matchups, they set. There's really nothing more these teams can really do to change stuff around like that. So, to me, everything's set for the East. We just waiting to see what happens in the West so we can get these matchups going ahead and get going in the Eastern Conference. That's just me. Flipping over to the Western Conference now. We still got some work to do. Because the Phoenix Suns came in with a very, very low chance of making the playoffs. But they have won 6 of the 8 seeding games already. Now, they have to play Philadelphia. But by the time you hear this recording, they would have played already. So, depending on what happens between Phoenix and Philly, we'll see if they continue their hot streak and win 7 in a row, or they suffer their first loss. By the way, Embiid will have not played against Philly. That came out earlier that he wasn't going to play against Phoenix. So we'll see, because they have a legit shot of making the play-in, because they will be a play-in in the Western Conference. Either going to be Memphis, Portland, Phoenix, or San Antonio. 4 teams fighting for 2 spots. And as we're standing right here, right now, it's looking like Memphis and Portland are going at it. Boy. Boy, I tell you. How Memphis has been looking, don't look too good for these boys. They are 1-6 in seeding games. And I told y'all before the restart happened that the NBA ain't do them no favors whatsoever in making that schedule. Because they lost. The last time you seen them play, they lost to the defending champs. And then they got the Boston Celtics. It's going to be Look, most likely I'm picking Boston. I'm telling you this right now. Most likely I'm picking Boston unless Brad Stevens just decide to rest his play. But most likely I don't think he's going to. So I'm picking Boston right about now to win that game. I'm picking Boston. That's all I'm gonna say. So they could be 1-7 going into the final game of the 8 games. I'm just gonna say that. And then you got Phoenix. I just told y'all by the time you hear this recording, Phoenix will already had to play Philly without Embiid and Simmons, so they're looking good for a 7 straight. And then they finish their season off. So their final game will be against. So the Suns' final game is against Dallas. That's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be. Well, Dallas already in the playoffs, but they fighting for seeding position. That's gonna be interesting. And Memphis' last game is against the Milwaukee Bucks. Good gracious. Most like I'm going out on a limb saying Mike Budenholzer might hold out Giannis for that game, maybe Chris Middleton for that game, but let Eric Bledsoe play because Eric Bledsoe just really came back, so he's not close to shape that he needs to be in. But man, you talking about Memphis finish their season? They got the loss against the Raptors. They got Boston on Wednesday, and then you finishing off on Thursday against Milwaukee. I mean, yeah. Boston and Milwaukee. That's it for the Memphis Grizzlies. For the Suns, it's the 76ers without Simmons and Embiid and the Mavericks. And then you look at, who was it? The Portland Trailblazers. They final 2 games. They got the Mavericks. And then they finish it off against the Nets. Those are very 2 winnable games for Portland. So I'm thinking Portland's going to be in the playing game. Who's going to be in the playing game with them? Because after that, San Antonio's final 2 games is Houston, rivalry renewed, and the Jazz. So it could be Portland against the Red Hot Suns for a play-in matchup. That's what it's looking like. And that's a matchup everybody be wanting to see right now because Phoenix came out of nowhere. Where did Phoenix come from? These boys are playing ball. Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton, Mikal Bridges, these guys are hooping. Head coach Monty Williams got something going on over there in Phoenix. So we gonna see. By the time we get to this play-in, by the time Friday hits, we gonna know who's playing who and who need to win 2 games and who need to win 1 to make the playoffs. And pretty much the way it's coming down, the Lakers going into a spot because they the top seed and they don't know who they're gonna face. Because right now, I don't think they want no shots. They don't want no smoke with Portland. They don't want no smoke with Damian Lillard. Because Damian Lillard get in the playoffs, boy. And he got to go against LeBron James and AD. I'm going to look at the Lakers and be like, yo, y'all just might get ousted in the first round. Even though LeBron being the top seed, never got ousted in the first round. Matter of fact, he barely went through hell in the first round when he hit the top seed. But hey, you in the Western Conference this time, homie. You might get ousted if Portland gets in. Anybody else? Spurs. I love the Spurs. I love Papa, love the Spurs. But the Spurs get in. We don't got all our horses in. DeMar DeRozan can't do it by himself on this one. If it's Memphis, young team, they won't get their comeuppance. Same thing with Phoenix. If Phoenix get in, good young team, good young talent, but they're going to get their comeuppance against Lakers. But if it's Portland, I'm about to think real hard. I'm thinking if Portland gets in, it's going to be at least 6 games. At least 6 games. I'm just going to say that. But we're going to see because the Western Conference ain't clear either. So, like, the standings in the Western Conference. So we know the Lakers are the top seed. So that's with them. And then you still got the Clippers and the Nuggets battling for the 2nd seed. But the Nuggets got to keep watch out for the Rockets, the Thunder, and the Jazz, and the Mavericks, who trying to get the 3rd seed. And then Houston trying to keep the 4th seed. Got to look out for the Oklahoma City Thunder, Utah, and Dallas as they trying to get to the 4th seed. So seeding wise in the West can go a lot of different ways right about now. So, can the Nuggets catch the Clippers for the 2nd seed? Can the Houston Rockets keep the 4th seed with a small slim chance of catching the Nuggets for the 3rd seed? That's a lot that got to go on right about now. So, we shall see. But as of right now, the way it's looking, we could have the Clippers and the Mavs go at it. That's going to be an interesting matchup. Luka Doncic, Kristaps Porzingis against Paul George, Kawhi Leonard. I like that. The Denver Nuggets against the Utah Jazz. Jamal Murray is back for the Nuggets. This is a good thing. They're still out with Harris and another starter. And you got Utah. Utah struggling. Oh my gosh, Utah struggling. They are 2-6. They are 2-5 in the bubble right now. And you talking about struggling. Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert. Can they get it together and give the Nuggets a run? Probably not. And then Chris Paul, Russell Westbrook go head to head. They pretty much, these boys switch teams and now they get to meet each other in the first round. That's what it's looking like. Houston and OKC. But we're gonna see Billy Donovan is in the Coach of the Year conversation. He's a Coach of the Year finalist. Gotta admit what he has done with the OKC Thunder. Can't deny that, man. You know, my Coach of the Year, I did my Coach of the Year already. It's Nick Nurse for the Toronto Raptors. Because when you defend the champs and people still ain't talking about y'all, and you still doing the things that you did last year when you had Kawhi Leonard and now you without Kawhi Leonard, that's just unreal. That's just unreal to me right now. So, but hey, the West is looking very interesting. We're gonna have a play-in game, and we're gonna see who's gonna play them damn Lakers. And we're going to see how the other matchups fall in the West. But I already told you the East is pretty much set for me. They ain't make it official yet, but it looks official to me. Milwaukee, Orlando, Toronto, Brooklyn, Boston, Philly, Miami, Indiana. Those are my East matchups. I'm saying this right here, right now, before they even make it official. That's my official matchup. So now, what we're going to do here, we're going to take a short break after you listen from word from my sponsors. Hope you're enjoying the episode that you listened to so far, and if you are, take a quick listen to this. If you ever thought about starting your own podcast because you love to talk, you love to debate, you want to get your thoughts out there to the world, but you got questions. How do I distribute it? How do I record it? How do I get it to host? There's only one answer for you, and that's Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. Best of all, it is 100% free. Not only 100% free, but easy to use. So if you want to go ahead and start that podcast and get your brand out there, go to anchor.fm/start. Again, that is anchor.fm/start to go ahead and start on your brand right here, right now. So what you waiting on? Get on it. All right, we're back. Thank you for continuing to tune in to Hoops Talk with the Playmaker. So now, with that being said, TJ Warren went up against the Miami Heat. By the way, TJ Warren has been scoring the most points in the bubble. People call him the bubble MVP, which is kind of lame in a way. The bubble MVP, TJ Warren. But he went against the Miami Heat, and last time these two went in it, Jimmy Butler and TJ Warren. Jimmy Butler told the world he ain't on his level. He can't guard him, but he can guard him. TJ Warren can't guard Jimmy Butler, but Jimmy Butler can guard him. Not on his level. And pretty much look like Jimmy Butler is right. Honestly. Let me go back to the game. They played on Monday. TJ Warren, what was his stats against? Matter of fact, Miami beat them 114-92. Oladipo played, Brogdon played, Turner played. So they had their horses. So TJ Warren, 28 minutes, 12 points, 5 rebounds. That's right. The people's bubble MVP had 12 points and 5 rebounds in a 114-92 loss. And by the way, did I mention that all 12 of his points came in the first half? Did I forget to mention that part? Like, he didn't score in the second half whatsoever. Not 1 point. He ain't not one free throw in the second half with TJ. Miami locked that ass down in the second half. Let's look at this. Miami. Jimmy Butler 19 and 11. Drake Crowder 14-8. Bam Adebayo 10-9. Duncan Robinson 14-5. Gordon Dragic 11-6-9. Tyler Hero off the bench with 17-5. Derrick Jones Jr. with 18-5. Hold on. That is 7 guys for Miami in double figures. Jimmy Butler, Jay Crowder, Bam Adebayo, Duncan Robinson, Gordon Dragic, Tyler Hero, and Derrick Jones Jr. 7 players in double figures for the Heat. And a high medal of Jimmy Butler with 19 points, 11 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 steals, and a block. That man filled up the stat. Jimmy Butler filled up the stat sheet. 19, 11, 5, 4, and 1. Ugh. He went along with Jay Crowder. 14 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and a block. Bam Adebayo, 10 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 blocks. Gordon Garland had 11 points, 6 rebounds, 9 assists, and a steal. I mean, these... Tyler Hero off the bench, 17 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, and a block. Derrick Jones Jr. had 18 points, 5 rebounds, a steal, and a block. These boys play like a unit. Miami might be the most dangerous team in the East. We're gonna talk about Milwaukee. We're gonna talk about Boston. Now we're starting to remember that Toronto is the defending champ. Miami? These boys here? Ooh. Look. If I'm Milwaukee, my eyebrows are raised for a second round matchup with the Miami Heat right about now. Yo. My eyebrows are raised if I'm Milwaukee and Giannis. Because Miami can upset the card. I'm trying to tell you. Don't sleep on these, boy. Miami might be dangerous. So if I'm in the East, I'm looking out for Miami. What these guys doing here? They what? We have to deal with this. I don't want to deal with this right here. Tyler Hero, Duncan Robinson are snipers. They are legit snipers from long distance. Bam Adebayo, man in the middle, who can shoot the outside. I see you can shoot the outside too. You can. Oh my God, you have to know about Jimmy Butler and Jay Crowder. We watched them play. We watched Gordon Dragic play. We know about these 3. Derrick Jones Jr., the man with the flashy dunks. He would dunk them. Iguodala gonna show when the time is right. He gonna show when the time is right. We know about Iguodala. Bruh, this team here, Miami. Y'all better watch out for this team in the East. I picked the Bucks. I picked the Bucks to get out the East. I'm gonna stick with the Bucks, but yo, it ain't gonna be easy. It's gonna be hell and high water to get out the East. With Milwaukee, Toronto, Boston, and Miami. I have no faith in Philly. I gave them one chance, and then they let TJ Warren go off with 51 points. I'm done. Ben Simmons ain't playing no more this season. MB, he'll be back for the playoffs, but yeah, I'm done. I'm done with Philly. Get Philly up out of here. I would be scared of Indiana, but y'all gonna face Miami in the first round. I don't even like y'all chances in that one. I really don't. So about time, when we get done with the first round, we get to the second round, the semifinals, it should be Milwaukee, Miami, Boston, and Toronto. We'll see who get to these finals. I'm done. Miami, boy, that's a team that you don't want to play right now. That's that for me. Whew. This ain't gonna be a very long episode, I can see, because ain't really that much to get into right now. Now, I am looking at the schedule right now. I'm looking at it. What we had going on during this recording is Brooklyn, Orlando, Houston, San Antonio, Phoenix, Philadelphia, Portland, Dallas, Boston, Memphis, New Orleans, Sacramento, Milwaukee, and Washington. I'm gonna tell you right now, I posted my picks on social media for the Tuesday's game. So I took Orlando, I took Houston, Phoenix, Portland, Boston, Sacramento, and Milwaukee. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm ready for the playoffs. I'm ready for this play-in game that's gonna happen on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. I'm ready to see these two. I'm ready to see these games. I'm ready to see who's gonna get in the West Conference. I want to see what matches I'm gonna see in the West, so I can just go ahead and dive in. So I might do a special hoops episode. Looking at the playoffs. We gonna see. We gonna see. Actually, you know what? I will. I don't care if I got it recorded Saturday. I don't care if I got it recorded Sunday. But by Monday morning, there will be another Hoops Talk episode for the playoffs. I'm just gonna say that right here, right now, on this podcast. I guarantee you that. So that's that. Now let me look at the schedule for today. Today we got 4 games today for Wednesday. We had the Indiana Pacers and the Houston Rockets. Ooh, James Harden versus TJ Warren. I kind of like that. I kind of want to see that matchup. We got Toronto Raptors, Philadelphia 76ers, Miami, and OKC. Ooh. We got the LA Clippers and the Denver Nuggets. Oh, we finished the night off with the Clippers and the Nuggets, the battle for the second seed. Ooh, that's going to be something to watch. I like that. TJ Warren versus James Harden. Victor Oladipo versus Russell Westbrook. NBA TV 4 p.m. The way things looking, I'm going to take the Rockets. I'm going to take James Harden in the Rockets. By the way, James Harden, congratulations on being in the finals of the MVP race, along with LeBron James and Giannis Antetokounmpo. I already gave you my MVP, Giannis Antetokounmpo. I gave you my Disney Player MVP also, Giannis Antetokounmpo. So I'm seeing Giannis winning both Defensive Player of the Year and MVP. Just saying. 6:30 ESPN, Toronto, Philly. Toronto, man. I'm just gonna pick Toronto. Toronto is deep. Toronto is deep. These boys are ball. I'm gonna take Toronto. Miami, OKC, CP3, Jimmy Butler. Ooh. I'm gonna take Miami. I'm gonna roll with that team that got snipers. I'm gonna roll with that team that got. They got everything. They got snipers. They got people who can create off the dribble. They got a point guards. They got big men. They got it all. I'm taking Miami. And then the nightcap, the battle for the second seed is the Nuggets and the Clippers. This is going to be interesting because who's going to play? Who's going to play? Does Kawhi Leonard play? Does Paul George play? Does Patrick Beverly play? Does Jamal Murray continue to play? Does Jokic play? Paul Millsap, who's going to play in this game? Are both teams solidified already yet right now, being second and third? Or does Denver want to be second? That's the question right here. And plus, the Clippers are coming off losing to Brooklyn Nets by 20. Let me find that. The last time I watched the Clippers, they let the Brooklyn Nets smash them. 129-20. That score is not how close as that game was. I can guarantee, if y'all go back and watch the highlights, you're going to see a lot of 20-point leads for the goddamn Brooklyn Nets over the LA Clippers. And Kawhi Leonard played. Paul George didn't play, but Kawhi Leonard played. So, look. I might take the Nuggets. I might take the Nuggets, dog. Because I don't know who. I don't know what that was got. You know what? Give me the Clippers. I'm going to take the Clippers. I'll take the Clippers. So, for the games on today, on this Wednesday, August 12th, give me Houston, Toronto, Miami, and the Clippers. Give me them. I'm going to take these guys here. I'm going to take those guys, and we're going to move on. And then we're going to get to Thursday. I believe Thursday will be the last day of NBA games. Let me see. No, we have some games on Friday. So for Thursday's matchup, we got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got 7 games on Thursday, on the 13th. Jesus Christ. All right, we got the Wizards versus the Celtics. Give me Boston to finish the Wizards off. Sacramento against the Lakers. Sacramento might win that game because they might West State Cleveland. Nah, give me the Lakers. I'll take the Lakers. Milwaukee and Memphis. I might have to take Memphis. Give me Memphis. I'm going to take Memphis. That might actually put Memphis in the play. We got Dallas and the Phoenix Suns at 4 p.m. TNT. TNT got triple headed them tomorrow. 4 p.m., 6:30, and 9. So, 4 p.m. Dallas and Phoenix. Ugh. Give me Phoenix. I'm going to take Phoenix. 6:30 with me doing that. Pretty much, I think I just eliminate the Spurs and the Phoenix by Memphis. In any given event, I'll take Phoenix. San Antonio and Utah. Give me San Antonio because I think they're gonna West players for Utah. Portland and Brooklyn, I'm taking Portland because they ain't going to be on the missions. And the Pelicans and the Magic, give me my matches. So for Thursday, Celtics, Kings, Grizzlies, Suns, Spurs, Blazers, and Magic. And then Friday, that's for the heck of it. I'll do Friday as well. Friday, we got 4 games on Friday. Starting at 1:30, ESPN has a triple header. Starting at 4. So the 1:30 game, Denver Nuggets, Toronto Raptors. I can go either way. Give me Toronto, just for the heck of it. 4:30 ESPN, round 2 between TJ Warner and Jimmy Butler. Pacers and Heat. I'm going Miami again. 6:30 on ESPN, OKC versus the Clippers. Give me OKC because I got a feeling Doc Rivers going to rest players. And then the nightcap on ESPN, 76ers and the Rockets. Give me the Rockets. So for Friday, Raptors, Heat, Thunder, and Rockets. So let me go through that one more time from Wednesday, Thursday. For Wednesday, I'm taking the Rockets over the Pacers. Give me the Raptors over the 76ers. Give me the Heat over the Thunder. And give me the Clippers over the Nuggets. Thursday, give me the Celtics over the Wizards. The Kings over the Lakers. The Grizzlies over the Bucks. The Suns over the Mavericks. Spurs over Jazz. Blazers over Nets. And Magic over Pelicans. And then Friday, Raptors over Nuggets. Heat over Blazers. Thunder over Clippers. And Rockets over 76ers. And not then that, we'll know who's in the play-in. Who that will be playing on Saturday. And there's a game 2 that'll be played on Sunday. So on and so forth. And then it is what it is at this point. We up out of here. We get ready for the playoffs. So sometime this weekend, I'll preview it. I'll let you know because I will have it ready, up and ready for you guys. We gonna look forward to the NBA playoffs. Congratulations to the Coach of the Year finalists, Mike Budenholzer, Billy Donovan, and Nick Nurse. I'm going Nick Nurse. Congratulations to the MVP finalists, James Harden, Giannis Antetokounmpo, LeBron James. I got Giannis. Defensive Player of the Year finalists, Rudy Gobert, Anthony Davis, and Giannis. I'm going Giannis. Rookie of the Year finalists, Zion Williamson, Ja Morant, Kendrick Nunn. By the way, get on my soapbox real quick. I don't care about his name. I don't care if he's a generational talent. I don't care. When the NBA came out and said they are basing the NBA awards on the season that was played before the shutdown, Zion Williamson should not even be considered a Rookie of the Year finalist. The man only played 19 games before the shutdown. Ja Morant had already played 60 plus, and Kendrick Nunn already played 50 plus. Now, if you had to throw a third member into here, you could have gave me Tyler Hero. You could have gave me Duncan Robinson. You could have gave me Mikal Bridges. You could have gave me a lot of other people. Zion Williamson, just because of who he is in the finals of Rookie of the Year, and he don't deserve to be. Not saying he's not good. Not saying he's not talented. Not saying he's not a generational talent. But for this particular reason of the NBA saying they are going by the season before the shutdown, the man only played 19 games. The man only played 19 games. Everybody else had played 40, 50, 60 plus games already. If you're going to be fair about it. Don't change it up. Be fair. But Ja Morant, Rookie of the Year. My Rookie of the Year. So, Six-Man Awards. The finalists for the Six-Man were Montrezl Harrell for the LA Clippers, Lou Williams for the LA Clippers, and Dennis Schroeder for the Oklahoma City Thunder. I might pick up Montrezl Harrell, who is returning to the bubble for the Clippers, so that might give them a boost. So we'll see how they give them a boost for the playoffs. By the way, while John Rondo has made his way back to the bubble, he will be ready for the playoffs when the playoffs begin. So getting some teams healthy at the right time. So we gonna see how the chemistry works out and how everything works for the playoffs. But commendos yet again to Al Silver and the whole NBA Cool Players Association led by Chris Paul for making this happen. The NBA bubble is working effectively. Zero positive tests for the coronavirus up to this point, which is a blessing for everybody who is enjoying basketball. These guys are taking a huge risk because they are away from family for a very long time. And mentally, sometimes you just want to get away from what you're doing and what you're enjoying doing most, but you just want to break. And it's hard for these guys because everything is basketball. So when you step into that bubble, it's straight basketball. It's nothing else. So hopefully these guys can continue to thrive and continue to make things happen. I am pleased with what the NBA now Silver has done. Pleased with the messages that they have done for Black Lives Matter and what things are happening. And speaking of Jonathan Isaac, I gotta talk about it because I am a Magic fan, so I have to mention it. Jonathan Isaac was the first player to not kneel for the national anthem, and teammates understand why. He came out, he gave his reason, mentioning Christ and Bible verse and stuff like that, and then played well. He was our defensive anchor. Playing very well, our defensive anchor, Jonathan Isaac was. But against the Sacramento Kings, he tore his ACL in the same knee again. Now, for those of you who making fun of this injury because he didn't take a knee, y'all should be ashamed of yourselves, because how you make fun of somebody's career being possibly over with everything that's going on? But you have time to laugh at somebody for getting injured because he decided not to take a knee. Whatever the reasoning is, if you live in America, you can choose to kneel. You can choose not to kneel. You can choose to stand for the anthem. You can choose not to stand for the anthem. It's called freedom of choice. It's called freedom of speech. Just because somebody doesn't agree with you don't make them a bad person. Now, with everything that does happen with the black community, everything that has happened against black men in this country with police brutality and racial injustice, all that, I'm with the Black Lives Matter. I love seeing it. I love being a part of it. I understand it. But don't sit here and make fun of people who don't take that same approach, who don't take that same stand. Because everybody has a choice. Everybody can just make their own choice. That's one thing about living in America gives you. It gives you the freedom to choose on how you want to go about the things that you want to do in your own life. Not anybody else's life. Your own life. You're responsible for your own life. Whether you believe it or not, you're responsible for your own life. So Johnny Isaac decided not to decided not to take a knee with the team. Okay. That's fine. That's your choice. You want to choose that route? You go that route. Your reasoning may be a little on the extreme side. Kind of don't follow you with it, but you made your choice. No problem. We still gonna play some ball. We're gonna watch you play, watch you do your thing. And you was doing your thing as the defensive anchor for the Magic. To your ACL. Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. You may call him a clown. You may not like him for what he did. You may not like him because he didn't kneel. Whatever the case may be, that's fine. But if you're going to sit here and laugh about it and make fun of it and joke about it because he decided not to kneel, and try to use that as, oh God, he didn't want to kneel, so God took a knee. Look at yourself in the mirror. So my love and thoughts go out to Jonathan Isaac. You recover and come back to the Magic and play some ball. Everybody else who want to talk bad about him, I don't want to hear. Because I'm not going to sit here and denigrate a man who got injured. His career is on the line. Y'all can take that to the bank with y'all. Thank y'all for listening on to this short episode on today. We are still doing our giveaway. We'll subscribe to the website. The website will be in the show notes. Subscribe to it. And if you are picked as our winner, you can choose any merchandise from my shop, from my online shops that you want. You can get a polo shirt, you can get a t-shirt, you can get a hoodie, you can get a face mask, whatever you want. Whatever you want. We're picking 2 winners, and each winner can pick whatever they want from my online store as they prize. That's how we doing it here at the Playmakers blog. Other than that, you can listen on Spotify, Speaker, TuneIn Radio, iHeartRadio. There's about a lot of podcast platforms out there we are on. Anchor is the home base for this podcast. So thank you for your support. Continue to support us. Like I said earlier, if you're listening on iTunes and Apple Podcasts, drop a rate, leave a review. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. We do have a YouTube channel. I don't promote it as much as I should, but we do have a YouTube channel. The Playmakers blog on YouTube. We do have that. subscribe to the website as I said earlier. And for all my LA Rams fans, y'all get ready. Ramley Talk debuts tomorrow. Can't wait to talk some LA Rams football, as we still gonna have football this year. And for however long we can make this happen, I'm gonna talk some Rams football. So y'all look forward to that. Thank you guys. We got more things coming for you in this month. Stay tuned to the Playmakers blog. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. No matter what, type in Playmakers blog. You'll find us on social media platforms. The Playmaker. I'm signing off from this week. I'll be back this weekend because I'm finna preview the NBA playoffs. Until then, deuces.